The Broncos finally paid Nik Bonitto just 3 days before the season begins. This is your Denver Sports Daily for September 4th.
The biggest stories, the latest news. It's Denver Sports Daily.
Let's just paint the picture. I'm sitting here getting ready for the show, and about 30 minutes ago, I get hit with a Schefter bomb that Nik Bonitto has finally reached a contract agreement with the Broncos. Huge news. This has been one of the main talking points surrounding the Broncos for the past several weeks. There's been a lot of contracts that have gone out in the offseason. Of course, Courtland Sutton is one of those big ones, but this one blows that out of the water. Nik Bonitto and the Broncos reached an agreement on a 4-year extension worth up to $120 million with $70 million guaranteed, which now means Bonitto is the highest paid non-QB in franchise history. And I'm not hearing anything that's telling me that this isn't deserved. This is a deserved payout. Of course, it's a huge payout. It's massive. I mean, $120 million is incredibly large. And of course it is. And we know that it's large because we have the stat that he's now the highest paid non-QB in franchise history. And this comes just days after Micah Parsons signed his massive $188 million deal with the Green Bay Packers. That's a 4-year deal as well. So, of course, that's going to shift the market a little bit. They're the same kind of position. They're the same position. They do the same thing. When one's getting paid that high and you got one that's playing at the same level, Nik Bonitto playing at a similar level to Micah Parsons, he's going to get a similar payout. Now, of course, his was $68 million less than Micah Parsons, but Nik Bonitto deserves that money. He had an outstanding season last year. He recorded 48 tackles, 13 and a half sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, and of course that pick 6. So what's not to be paid there? I mean, what's not to like, and why would you not pay him? Thank God it finally got done. You don't want to go into a season without paying this guy, because then if he goes out in game 1 and records 4 sacks in his first game, you're going to be wanting to pay him a lot more, or he's going to be wanting paid a lot more. This is a great deal. The timing of it is incredible. You got it 3 days before the season begins. And again, as breaking as it gets, this is the biggest payout of the offseason, biggest payout in Broncos history to a non-QB. Huge news. And there is no understating how important this deal is. Bonitto could have made a run for DPOY last season. And if he continues to trend upwards going into his 4th season here, he could win a defensive player. We could be talking about, very seriously, very realistically, we could be talking about having Patrick Surtain as DPOY last year and Nik Bonitto as DPOY this year. And that's not something to be laughed at or said that can't happen, because that is a very realistic possibility. We could be talking about that, and I can't wait to be talking about it next year around this time. Having him on this team would winning a DPOY, I mean, I would be in shock. It would be incredible. I couldn't be more happy. So this contract, definitely huge news. Big deal. Congratulations to Nik Bonitto. Got himself a payday. And congratulations to the Broncos, getting themselves a real stud for the next 4 years. Definitely incredible. Huge news this morning. Now, moving on, the Broncos named their captains, and one of them is going to receive something a little extra special from the NFL. The captain patch is something that only the best players on the team get to wear, typically. And the Broncos handed out that honor to 8 players yesterday. Will Lutz, Quinn Miners, Courtland Sutton for his 5th time, Bo Nix, Patrick Surtain, Alex Singleton, Talanoa Hufanga, of course, joined the team this offseason. It's his 1st time. And DJ Jones, also a 1st-time captain for the team. They were all the named captains for the 2025-26 season. And if that seemed like a lot of names to you, that's because it is. And call me old-fashioned, call me a little bit of a stickler, but there shouldn't be that many captains. A captain patch means less when 1/6 of your team is wearing one. And if I really had to, decide how to do captains, if I was a head coach, and of course I'm not, I'm sitting here with the computer talking to you guys, I'm not a coach at all. There should only be 1 patch for offense, 1 for defense, 1 for special teams, and then maybe 1 that rotates around for last week's best player. 1 that moves around. So those guys, you got your Bo Nix, You got your Patrick Surtain, you got your Will Lutz, then you move one around every week. And maybe I'm just being a stickler. Maybe it's because I don't like the way they do it. And I don't like 8 captains on my team. I mean, and again, it's not my team. I'm not the coach. But if there's a better way to do it, maybe that is the way to do it. But that's the captain patches. But not only were those handed out yesterday, but one of those captains is going to be wearing something a little different. He's going to be wearing a different patch. The NFL announced that a special gold logo patch will be given to last year's MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Defensive Rookie of the Year. That means that PS2 will be the first DPOY ever to wear the brand new gold logo on his jersey alongside the captain's patch. I love when the NFL does stuff like this. Add stuff new. Make it so it has a little bit of extra flair. I mean, what's stopping them from doing that? Seriously, it's costing them nothing. That's the kind of thing that makes you want to go out there and buy a jersey. You want to get a Saquon Barkley jersey now. You want to get a Patrick Surtain jersey now, a Jared Verse jersey, because they've got that little gold patch on it that signifies, hey, this guy was the former DPOY last season. It's very reminiscent to how people go and buy Nuggets jerseys from 2023 because they've got the Larry O'Brien trophy on it right here. That kind of stuff adds so much value to certain things, and it makes the NFL so much money, if we're being honest. There are going to be so many people that go out and buy Patrick Surtain jerseys now because it's got that little gold patch on it. And it's great. It makes the NFL money. It makes the fans happy. It looks cool. Why not do it? And this is going to be a really cool thing that's added now every year. And I love it. I love when big organizations like the NFL and then the NBA, MLB, that kind of stuff, when they go out and they just add a little bit of something that makes something more valuable to people. It's so easy and it makes it so much cooler. So definitely really cool. Congratulations to Pat Surtain getting that gold patch, being the first defensive player to ever wear one of those. Really, really cool. I do want to read some of your comments. Good morning, Joey. Overall, I like the contract and not overpaying him. Yeah, I mean, overpaying is a strange word to use, because if it would be overpaying if you paid him up to Micah Parsons' contract. If you were going to give him $188 million. And I'm not saying that Nik Bonitto's overpaid. I am saying that it's a huge contract he's still got. Maybe it wasn't overpaying, but it's really, really big. It's a big $120 million, $70 million guaranteed. That's huge. But overall, I mean, great that they got him. I mean, it's as big as it gets. Good morning, Joey, LFG, and go Bo Broncos. Yes, sir. Go Broncos. The gold patch, well deserved, of course. Yeah, well deserved. I mean, DPOY, and it's so cool. I mean, I love it so much. He still can't play the run. He should have been paid sooner. If he continues, it would have been a great extension. Yeah, I mean, he still can't play the run. Maybe that's harsh. I mean, he could play the run fine. Maybe not as good as certain players, but I mean, his pass defense is incredible. His pass rush is insane. So yeah, I mean, he deserves it. If he continues to play up to this, if he continues trending upwards, yeah, it'll be an amazing extension. Amazing to say the least. About time. Good morning, Michael. Well, good morning, David. Even though you forgot about me, it's okay. I won't hold it against you. But that'll do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I'll be back with you guys again tomorrow. Of course, we are going to be talking about one thing tomorrow. Maybe a couple things alongside that. But the one thing we're talking about is that we got a Broncos game day on Sunday. We got the Broncos taking in Power Field for the first time of 2025, of the 2025-26 season. I can't wait. Get excited. It's going to be a fun show tomorrow. We're going to be going through everything that we're going to see, what we could see. What's it going to look like? Are they going to go out there and beat the Tennessee Titans? Here's a little hint. Yeah, they're going to dominate them. But that'll do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.